have a small theory. This is the only way to solve this kind of problem. It would seem a trivial thing. There are also guys who glue stickers to one corner remains turned over. And how to solve this? Hey everyone, my name is Cubastic and I am a Speedcuber. If you turned on this video, then most likely you want to learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube, or you have already tried to do it sometime, but you had some difficulties and in the end it didn't work out. I started thinking about the fact that indeed there are situations when it is nearly impossible to solve. You are stuck and no algorithm or training can solve this. Today we will talk about these situations. I really hope that this video will be useful for you, especially for beginners, but not only of course, even for those who know how to solve it. Do not pay much attention to the fact that there will be lots of talk in this video and it may be possibly boring in some moments, but it will be very useful. I want to say right away that this is not a tutorial, this is just an addition to the tutorial that is already on my channel. But if you watch this video to the end, then in no case you will have problems and you will be able to solve the Rubik's Cube 100% sure. Regarding the tutorial, you can follow the link in the description and you will be taken to the highest quality video tutorial on how to solve the Rubik's Cube, where I talk about the easiest way to solve this puzzle. I'm sure you will be able to easily solve the Rubik's Cube after watching this tutorial and this video. And let's get started. The first, as for me, and the most common mistake why people who are interested in solving a Rubik's Cube still give up this activity or stop halfway, it's a low quality puzzle. Some people solve low quality cubes that do not give them any pleasure. I will explain now. I have a small theory. Indeed, I thought about it quite often, but I never told you. It will be interesting. Listen. Try to remember your first Rubik's Cube. Do you remember what it was like? It's 100%, okay, 9900% out of 100. I bet it was a very bad Chinese cube that was turning very badly. Its edges practically didn't rotate, and if they did, then some part or even the entire side appeared to be in your hand. It just fell apart, something was falling out of it, the plastic was of very low quality and also thin, and in general such cubes do not last long. And in the best case, they soon turn out to be somewhere in a trash can or smashed against the wall, unsolved. I cannot be 100% sure about you, but it was exactly like that for me. If your first Rubik's Cube that you ever saw or picked up was exactly like that, write about that in the comments and by doing so, we will confirm my theory. In general, while solving such bad cubes, you really lose at least a part of the desire to solve the puzzle or maybe all of it. You lose some interest, you don't get this passion. The only thing that you feel while solving such a cube is you're being irritated when you try to scroll the edge and the cube just breaks. And as a result, it still doesn't work. In general, to avoid these situations, I recommend buying really high quality puzzles. Solve only quality Rubik's Cubes, that's the point. Never use bad ones. Even I, already a professional in this business, I can't solve, I just hate solving bad cubes. Cheap ones that turn badly. Yes, they can be solved, but it turns out much slower, even for me, not even for newbies. Therefore, the first mistake is to try to use the bad cubes. I have such a theory, it is purely subjective, so in order to dispute or confirm, write whatever you think, you can write it in the comments, it will be interesting to see what you've shared with me. Moreover, the video we have is conversational, this doesn't often come out on the channel. Well, now let's get to the most important thing, to the most important problem. Why can't you solve the Rubik's Cube? I will explain with an example. I'll take another cube. Now I will analyze them and you will understand everything. Let's solve this cube. Look, everything turns out, I think, not bad. Just imagine that I'm a beginner who solves the Rubik's Cube for the first time. I may do it a little faster than a beginner, but that's okay. I'm solving now, trying, I have been studying algorithms for a very long time and in the end I succeed. I'm a happy newbie who managed to solve the Rubik's Cube. Now let's check another situation. I am absolutely the same newbie who tries to solve this puzzle and tries for a long time. He tries, struggles, he succeeds, he already starts to believe in himself. He solved the first stage, he solved the second and even the third. He's already proud of himself, his mother is proud of him, he already thinks that very soon he will show it to his classmates, but reaching the last stage, he gets into such a situation, which in principle cannot happen. Instead of fully solved the yellow side, we have one corner turned upside down. This situation doesn't exist, and if you continue to solve this cube as stated in any tutorial, then you will get the following. You put this corner in place and the yellow side will be solved, but everything else will be unsolved on the cube. This is a very unpleasant situation and I have come across it, and I know that many of you have faced it when you learn to solve the Rubik's Cube. And people comment on that a lot, so look carefully. If you have such a situation as I just showed, the yellow side is completely solved, but during this stage you have unsolved everything else, just continue the algorithm until you have all solved again. In fact, everything else except one yellow corner. So what happens next? I will now try to solve this cube to the end. Here. Such a situation cannot happen. The whole cube is fully solved, but one corner remains turned over. And how to solve this? Guys, there's no way. Indeed, there is not a single algorithm that will turn this corner and will not touch the rest of the Rubik's Cube. The only way out of here is to simply turn the corner with your hands. Yes, it would seem a trivial thing, a very trivial thing, but for some reason this is what causes big problems for lots of people. I will explain why this is happening. When you unsolve or solve a Rubik's Cube, here you have it unsolved, and accidentally turned over a corner somewhere you turned it harshly or dropped it or something else, it turned over for you. Physically turned over, you are not able to notice this because the cube is unsolved and it doesn't differ in any way from the others. In such situations, you can only notice that in the last stages, when you see the corner is turned over, and at the end you will need to turn it over to solve the cube. Before we continue, I want to announce that in the next video I will try to solve different cubes with one hand, so subscribe and turn on the notifications not to miss this exciting video. And there are other situations. If again you have a poor quality puzzle, you twisted it, some detail fell out or something broke off. Again, let's imagine that it is unsolved, okay? You insert it, of course, here, and perhaps you will do it wrong. While the cube is unsolved, we will not notice this, but as soon as we reach the solved state, we will have problems, and some situations will arise that are not mentioned in the tutorial. Therefore, please be careful. If you have any non-standard situation that is not specified in the tutorial, please disassemble your Rubik's Cube mechanically till the beginning. Completely disassemble it and build it correctly then. You usually can't do that. I say it again, you cannot do this, but this is the only way to solve this kind of problem. Why else do such situations arise? There are also guys who glue stickers to the unsolved Rubik's Cube. They just tear off the sticker from any element where they don't want it to be and glue, let's say, from the corner somewhere here to the center, for example, or something else. In no case should you do this. Firstly, you will never solve. Well, in general, firstly, you will not be honest with yourself. And secondly, you will never solve it. And thirdly, you will complicate the task, spend millions of hours and millions of kilograms of nerves of the person who will solve it after you. Don't do this under any circumstances. Fellows, the topic is very usual, very simple, but it was necessary to talk about this with you. Now you, I hope, know how to deal with such situations. You will continue to be very attentive, and yes, please, do be attentive. Be always attentive, and if something is suddenly not clear in this video, review it again. I hope that you have learned the main rule, that only by scrambling the Rubik's Cube from a fully solved stage there's a possibility to solve it again. So please don't try to turn over or switch something when the cube is not solved. You will save your time by this. Thank you all for watching, I really hope this video was helpful to you, do not forget to use only high quality cubes. Thank you all for watching, bye bye everyone and have a good time.